So the other day, I was just chilling on my couch hanging out when I got a message from a verified user on Twitter by the name of A-Drive. And yes, this is before that $8 verification by Elon Musk. Now he reached out to me because he had stumbled upon my YouTube channel and said, hey, I see that you like Pokemon. Would you be interested in introducing a new game that I'm developing right now? Now I checked out the game and I thought that it was very interesting, so that is why today's video is brought to you by today's partner, Elestrals.
From the highest peaks to the darkest forest and the deepest oceans, discover the enchanted mythical creatures known as Elestrals. Wield the power of the gods and elemental spirits. Clash for victory. Ascend to immortality. Elestrals card game, available now on Kickstarter.
Elestrals is a new collectible card game that pulls in some of the best elements from games you know and love, like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and Magic the Gathering, and more. The gameplay system features a unique resource called Spirits, which functions as your life points, energy, and mana, all rolled into one. Elestrals is developed to be easy to play for new players, but hard to master with deep levels of strategy and complexity as you navigate using your spirits and strategies like Nexus. Elestrals is launching on Kickstarter after selling nearly 5,000 copies in September of pre-order decks. There is an eager fan base ready to dive in and make Elestrals the next big monster franchise. The Kickstarter will feature the Founders Edition of cards, which will never be printed again. And if you're a collector like me, you want those types of cards. Elestrals is developed by A-Drive. A-Drive has amassed over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and has extensive card game experience spanning back 20 years. Now, one of the key unique aspects of Elestrals is that they aren't some huge company, and they can listen to feedback and really make a game that a community would want to play and enjoy and come back to again and again. So what we have here today are 8 prototype booster packs that we're going to be going through, and I'm really excited to check out these cards. And on top of that, I have my Pokemon card binder. So if we pull a card that looks like a Pokemon card, because that's a lot of what we do on this channel, I will compare them and show you exactly how they line up. Now, as we're uploading today's video, the Kickstarter will be live. So it'll be open from November 15th until December 4th. So make sure to use the link in my description to go purchase something, because it's a really exciting thing to be a part of, something very brand new. And like I said, I'm very interested in this, so I'm going to be buying something from the Kickstarter as well, and we will feature it again on the channel in the future. Now, with that being said, let's get into our first pack. All right, now the way that I'm going to open these is I'm going to be very careful, and I'm going to cut the bottom of these packs just to make sure that we get it open and save these pack arts, because these are prototypes, like I had said, so he had only printed these to be able to show it off to the community. So with this, as you can see, I feel like it has like a Magic the Gathering type of look to it. And you can do a card trick as well. So you do one from the back. Now this is your energy, mana, all of that combined into one. So these are your spirits. And I think it's a really unique idea that they did put a character for each one. So it's a Leviathan, Valoy Forest, which should be a field type card, Volcanic Forge, Atlantis, Mount Olympus, Island of Aeoli, that's a garlic aioli, Island of Aeolia, a Trident of Poseidon, which is super cool, a Tsunami, a Thunderbolt of Zeus, and Mustachian. So now, like I said, I do plan on doing a video in the future, so today we're just going to be showing off the cards. But if you do look right here, this is basically your cost of energy to be able to do attacks. And then they have your defense points and your attack points, which is a really cool system. It does remind me of Pokemon, as well as old school Yu-Gi-Oh!, which I used to love old school Yu-Gi-Oh! As we dive into the next pack, and we're always careful because no need to cut the bottom of these cards. I do these with the Japanese Pokemon packs. I just find it a bit easier to go through some of these as we do one from the back. Ooh, so this is actually my favorite spirit. So this is the Wind Spirit, which is Lycoris. So we've seen this before. Drops of Lethe? I'm probably gonna pronounce a lot of this wrong, but as there's more content made and A-Drive decides to push more of the content for this, you will be able to get a better idea of how things are pronounced, how things are played, and all of that. We got a Golden Apple of Discord, so we got our Discord Kitten, Charon's Obel, Gorgon's Gaze, Javalantis, Zephyrog, super cool art on this one. I know that he commissioned like a couple of different artists for this, and I love what they did. Galaxia, and a Hephaestus. All right, and there we go, a Terratlas. So that is the Earth Spirit, which is super cool. A Tadpuff, I really like that art. Ampump, Elichick. Now you can see how these are like inspired to be like other card games that you're familiar with. Quackle, Jolton, which is kind of like a Joltik. A Boombat, really cool card. A Lycavolt, I love that. A Griefuse, a Gatabolt. All right, we'll do a card trick, a Lycoris, as we are just about halfway through these packs. A Urscout, which is really cool. Ursmog, Urseer, Ignector, a Warmite, Javalantis, Zephyrog, Galexia, and ooh, there we go, an Emberisia. That is so cool. Look at the foil on this card. Oh my goodness. Wow. The foiling is so nice. I love how it comes around to the black border, but it doesn't impede past it. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. I'm really impressed with this. Wow, that's actually insane. So now this type of card actually does remind me of like the character rares, because it does have the foil, it still has its text, but the foil goes over the text, so does the art over here, and it still maintains its borders, which I think is a cool concept. I like that a lot. All right, so we have 4 more packs left until we go into our starter deck. So now here we have a Zaptor, which I think is a really cool energy type of card. Nimbug, Peegust, a Sorlet, Fulloy Forest, Volcanic Forge, Necklace of Harmonia, Altar of Stars. These arts are insane, jeez. Shield of Achilles, and a Nectar of the Gods. So we got another foil card. Oh my goodness. So this is a lot like Pot of Greed, where you get to draw 2 cards. That is so cool. So we have 2 foils out of our 8 packs so far. Seeing these cards really gets me excited to start playing this game, because like I said, old school Yu-Gi-Oh! And I play Pokemon all the time. You've seen the videos on my channel before where I go to pre-release tournaments. I do also play Pokemon TCG. So getting into a new game has been something that I've been wanting to do, and this is a great opportunity to do so. Thunderbolt of Zeus and an Equalnix. All right, another Zaptor, which is super cool. We've seen a couple of these cards now. Thunderstorm, I don't believe we've seen yet. Bag of Winds, which is basically like from the SpongeBob movie. Tornado, and Poseidon. Wow, that is super cool. I really like this Poseidon. All right, so now we're in our last pack as we see another Spirit, which is a Vipiro, or a Vipiro, however you would want to pronounce it. Roseer. Oh, we're getting a lot of Pyro type cards. Crackhead, very cool. Thunderstorm again, Bag of Winds, Tornado, and another Poseidon. Now, along with this set, we did get a Nimbug, which does thank us for being the first to play Elestrals. So I think that's a really cool touch. Very nice of him to send that. All right, now we can look at some starter decks. So these come with more than it takes to play. So it takes 40 cards to make a deck in this. And on the side, you have 20 of the Spirit cards. So we can take a look at this. Quackle. So yeah, it looks like a starter deck in most TCGs that you would play, where it has a couple of the same cards so that you can get used to their abilities and know who you want to search up or search out if there are searching cards. This is really cool. Peegust, Zeus. Oh, I don't think we've seen Zeus. That's a really nice art for that. Thunderbolt of Zeus. We have pulled a couple of those. Mount Olympus, Thunderstorm. Nectar of the Guards, the draw 2 cards, which we got a foil of. And yeah, so then we hit our Spirit cards, which is super cool. And I believe you play, yes, with multiple different types of spirits so that you can utilize certain things. And it does come with these extra cards so that you can replace what you would like to. An Ambrosia, which we did pull the foil of as well. And a Gorgon's Gaze, very cool card. Now jumping into these starter decks, it does make me very excited to play, because like I had mentioned, this game is made to be easy for beginners to pick up. And I like games that are pretty simple to pick up. Once you get into like the competitive level and you start really getting your decks together so that you can be super competitive, as we look at an Aeolus, which is a very cool card, that does appeal to me, but I like being able to just pick this up, show a friend, be like, hey, this is the basics of how you play the game, and let's play a couple of matches. It just seems like a fun, way to kick back and hang out with a friend. All right, we'll get into our next starter deck. I just want to thank Elestrals again for sponsoring this video and giving me a chance to really show off this game. I am a collector at heart, so I do really enjoy being able to have some of these cards before they ever even release. And again, be sure to check out that Kickstarter link in the bio, because you'll have a chance to get these first edition type cards as well. So you'll get a Tornado, Poison Tipped Arrow, Tsunami, and then we get into our Spirits. Also, I love the back of these cards. They're actually pretty ridiculous how cool they are. So now I have 2 more decks left, and I really want to play one of these. So be sure to check out the next video that I do on Elestrals, because I will be playing against a friend using these 2 decks, which we will get into next time. But I thank you so much for watching. Again, be sure to hit that link in my bio and check out some of the stuff that Elestrals has to offer, and I will see you next time.